Hi, I wanted to talk to you a little bit more today about the next assignment due in your Capstone, your Digital Public Library of America final essay. So you've already chosen your topic from this list of topics that all have Digital Public Library of America primary source sets. So you've already submitted this and told me why you chose that source set. So your next assignment is going to be your source annotation. So this is the step where, just finding my little spotlight, there we go. This is the step where you tell me which of the primary sources from your Digital Public Library of America source set you're going to analyze in your final essay. And just remember, anytime you're feeling lost or confused with this capstone essay, it's not a research paper. It's a primary source analysis. So you're going to choose primary sources from the set that the Digital Public Library has created about your topic. So before you start, be sure to read carefully through the source annotation instructions. You can see that I've given you an example that was actually created by a student that I thought was pretty good. And you want to scroll down, of course, and always look at the rubric before you begin. What am I asking you to do? So let's use the Equal Rights Amendment topic, because it's not on your list, as an example as we look over, what do I mean? How do you choose sources? And in what way are you going to annotate them? Because this isn't an annotation like you've done before, where you're doing the highlighting and underlining and turning that into me. Rather, what you're turning into me is your next step. After you've read the primary source and done your highlighting and underlining and little notes to yourself, you're going to report to me the summary. Here's what's important about this primary source that I chose. Here's why I chose it, and the most important thing that I want to understand from it. All right. So this is the Equal Rights Amendment DPLA source set or topic. This is the whole thing. And if you look down, of course, you'll see an overview. So you can look over the overview to understand your topic. You've probably already done that. You can go to additional resources to learn more about your topic so that you have a better sense, a better background. And of course, you may want to go to your textbook if we haven't gotten to your topic's time period yet and read up. Once you're done with that, once you feel like, okay, I've got a pretty good handle, maybe you even used Wikipedia to understand a broad overview of your topic, that's perfectly appropriate. Once you've done that, now you're going to come back to the source set. The source set is where you find your 3 to 5 primary sources. So you might want to analyze a cartoon, you might want to analyze a button or an image, and you want to make sure that among your primary sources, at least one of them is a written document. Maybe it's this excerpt on a statement on Equal Rights Amendment by the Commission on Civil Rights. Maybe it's Representative Martha Griffith's petition for a committee, a pamphlet about the Equal Rights Amendment. That's a good one. Any kind of pamphlet explaining your topic is probably going to be pretty useful for you to analyze. All right. And then, so you're going to choose 3 to 5. I would say start with 5, because you might realize as you go, you know what, this one's actually not working for me. It's also totally fine if later, as you're outlining and writing your essay, you realize this isn't what I thought, I need to go back and find a different source. That's totally fine. That happens. And you can also, as you're looking for your 3 to 5 primary sources, let's say you're reading through these and you keep seeing the name Phyllis Schlafly. Here we have an audio clip of Phyllis Schlafly. Phyllis Schlafly is a woman who is opposed, an activist who is opposed to the Equal Rights Amendment. So you may say, you know what, I really want to dig into the anti-ERA ideas, and I want to know more about Phyllis Schlafly. You can find more primary sources on the DPLA website by using the search box. So let's say you type in Phyllis Schlafly, you're going to get, oh, the 63 results. That's perfect. You may get too many for your thing and have to narrow it down. And if you were looking specifically for a written document, this is a good way to filter. But you can just scroll through. scroll through. Oh, this one's interesting. Oh my gosh. So you might find something. Yeah, I want to dig into this radio interview recording where Phyllis Schlafly makes the argument that women don't need equality because they already have a special status that's better than equality. And she really lays out her argument. So you might be like, oh yeah, you know what? My primary source analysis essay, my final essay is going to focus on Phyllis Schlafly's arguments against the ERA. And then you might go back to searching and see what else you can find. As long as it originates with the DPLA, you're fine. And of course, you know, when you actually click on the item, it's going to take you to maybe a university archive that actually holds it. As long as your primary source where you found it originates with the DPLA, no problem. Okay, so what's next? You've read through, you've listened to the Phyllis Schlafly newspaper article. You've listened to the news radio interview. What is next? What I want you to do, and what I showed you in this example, is very briefly tell me what the item is, of course. If you know who wrote it, you would put the author there. Truth About Cuba Committee, that's the author. If you don't know, you don't put anything. And then the title of the primary source, whether it's a photograph, a written document, a pamphlet, an interview on the radio, put a title. The date, that's really important. And then you can put that you found it at the DPLA, that's fine. And a link to the item. I want to be able to go and check it out really quickly if I have to. And then in just a couple of sentences, maybe think 2 to 4 sentences, explain to me what it is. What is the perspective? In this interview on the radio, Phyllis Schlafly argues against the Equal Rights Amendment, not because she's anti-woman, but because the conservative position is what, right? So describe it to me. You notice that this isn't terribly detailed because you haven't really done your full analysis, but you've read through or listened or looked over the document and made some notes for yourself. So you understand the perspective of the document, what it's trying to do, maybe who its audience is, if that's relevant, and what it's showing you. Here, the student said, this is a Cold War document that shows that this organization wanted to persuade Americans to view Cuba as a communist threat. So basically, really generally, what is the document doing? What's important about it? All right, get these turned in 3 to 5. You may end up using a little bit different sources. Ditch one, add one later. That's perfectly normal. If you find that in this stage, you realize you hate your topic, go back and pick a different one. Just put a note on the assignment. I changed my topic. Here's why. Here's my new topic. Here's the link to my DPLA topic or source. I'm saying things. Your digital DPLA topic is this whole page, the whole thing here at the DPLA, like the Equal Rights Amendment. All right, can't do the Equal Rights Amendment because that's the example. Message me if you have any questions, of course, or make an appointment to see me on Zoom. Otherwise, good luck with your source annotation and have a great day.